The prestiging meta sucks! There, I said it. Greetings adventures and foodies. Today we're diving into why it feels genuinely bad and unintuitive to follow the current meta of Prestiging Season 9 Chapter 3. I've talked with a ton of people and I know this is a topic hotter than my hell tricking of death build, and of course you better sit here and listen to me yapping away like a boomer on a porch as I disclose how it came to be and, most importantly, how this can easily be fixed. So yeah, stick around. Prestiging is one of the best features of Project Ascension. It's meant to be a fresh start, a chance to rebuild your character, experiment with new ideas, embrace the very essence of Ascension, forging your very own unique hero. Season 9 began with so much promise. In Chapter 1, we saw the introduction of a true classless wildcard mode. This allowed players to acquire random abilities and talents as they leveled. Starting from level 10, it was unpredictable, chaotic, and most importantly, it was a fun season start. Then came Chapter 2, which took things even further. Suddenly you could access many abilities and talents earlier in the leveling process. This let players start shaping their builds around level 10, creating unique and exciting characters like the Proc Cat. Creativity hit an all-time high and Prestiging felt like a true adventure. But things took a turn in Chapter 3. While you could technically still use cards and talents early on, the meta shifted towards efficiency. It became very clear very fast that the most optimal way to prestige was to avoid using cards and talents entirely in the early game. For many players that I talked with and helped via the newcomer chat, their words were this filled: unintuitive and boring. The game now pushes players to grind through the levels with 4 default abilities that you pick up at level 1. Why? Because saving your cards and rolls for higher levels become the best strategy for building a powerful character. And everyone wants a strong, unique and fun build, so we can go full Zug Zug. Right? The excitement of crafting your ideal character from the beginning and following its journey as you roll more and more useful skills and talents while leveling, gone. Replaced with the monotony of grinding through content with a generic, uninteresting starter build with random abilities left and right. It now felt more like a chore than a fun adventure. And this brings us to the core of the problem. The current prestiging meta doesn't just feel bad and unintuitive, it actively discourages creativity and punish people wanting to have fun with the leveling experience. Players now avoid experimenting with builds during leveling because the meta penalizes them for doing so. Instead of enjoying the journey, you're forced into a waiting game until level 70, when you can finally roll the abilities and talents that makes your character unique. And let's not forget the rolling system. As you collect more legendaries for your active build, it becomes harder to roll the remaining abilities and talents you need, and that's why people save the cards for the last few to roll. The odds decrease as your collection grows, which means the process of completing your build becomes a frustrating, expensive grind if you card in everything early. So instead of playing the build you want, you're stuck with what's easiest to grind with instead, and that's not the kind of gameplay that keeps people invested in a classless system, in my opinion. It needs the creativity to unfold. But instead of me just sitting here yapping away, my old man always told me, son, don't just yap to complain, because nobody wants to listen to that. Come up with a solution instead so it becomes constructive feedback. And here's how Ascension could actually fix this. Imagine a new feature. It's called the Leveling Cards and Talents tab. Here's how it works. When you prestige, you get to pick 2 abilities and 2 talents in this Leveling Cards and Talents tab. These must be a rare or lower quality. Nothing game breaking, just a small boost to make the early game more enjoyable. It gives you the tool to start crafting your archetype immediately without unbalancing the game. Imagine wanting to play as Whirlwind Warrior. You could select Whirlwind and a basic rage talent to begin with. Or maybe you're a Pyromancer at heart. You could go with a Pyroblast and crit talent, as you're very likely to roll rare or below abilities and talents anyway when you hit level 70. This would have minimal impact on the actual balance of the game, Even with the synergy roles that might come in effect earlier, but in the long run I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference, because most people spend 800 plus abilities and 1500 talent rolls anyways. But this would bring back the excitement and personalization of prestiging. You'd no longer feel like you're stuck grinding through the levels just to reach the fun part. This fix wouldn't just make the game more fun, it would restore the freedom and creativity that make Project Ascension so special. So Adventures, what do you think? Would you like a system like this to make prestiging exciting again? Do you have your own ideas? Leave them in the comment down below. I'd love to hear them, or as anyone from the Ascension team who watches this video, they can actually see them, so your thoughts can be shared. So if you enjoyed the video, of course, you know what to do for more Project Ascension content. And as always, stay safe, Adventures.